Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be playing John Cena, Hustle Loyalty, just kidding. So recently I've heard a lot of buzz or people talking about 7 star, in particular, saying 7 star is coming soon or is 7 star coming soon. So I thought I would do a video and talk a little bit on it. Now I want to preface all of this with none of anything I'm going to say is inside info. None of this comes from Scopely. This is an opinion piece, just my opinion, my thoughts, and all of that. So take everything with a grain of salt. It is not factual or evidence based, other than maybe the last thing I'm going to say. We'll use some evidence from previous rollouts to try and answer the question of if 7 star is coming soon. So, first thing I guess I want to talk about is 7 star itself. Do we know for sure that 7 star is what's next? What do you mean, Mherex? Well, is there a guarantee that just because it's always been 4 star, 5 star, 6 star, that 7 star is next? And I don't think so. I think there's a lot of different ways it could go. I think it's possible that instead of 7 star, we get 6 star diamond, for example, where the next tier it goes from gold to diamond. Or maybe we get gold and then platinum. Or you know what I mean? Like, so doesn't necessarily have to be 7 star that's what's next. Also, I could see a scenario where you start refilling your stuff in and they could be like token gated, so time released in the same sort of way, where you fill in after the 5 stars, you start filling in additional, and each bump gives you stat increases, like maybe 10%, 20%, or maybe some of them, it's your gem damage jumps up 20%, and maybe on the 5th star, your move damage jumps up 50%. You know, there's a lot of different ways they could potentially go about it. So I don't think it's a given that 7 star is next. I think a lot of people, when they talk about 7 star, one of the reasons they say that in general, and I can see the logic behind this, is that then every superstar would get an extra move. So that they would have 3 move sets for 3 colors, right? So like in Zombie Sammy's case, he'd pick up a red. And I think that's interesting speculation. I certainly think it's possible, but I don't think that's a guarantee. Um, because basically these days, we don't have a lot of dead moves. And what I mean by that is most moves in general, when a new character comes out, have a usage, they work. Where before, if you look at some of the older ones, they just had like a ton of dead moves that did nothing. Steal 3 blast gems, you know what I mean? Garbage like that. And you just find dead moves that didn't fit into the move sets at all. Um, and we don't have that anymore. So once you start thinking from like a design perspective, now you're thinking about designing 3 unique move sets that all function. That adds a lot more work to it as opposed to, say, just increasing stats. Also, it opens up a lot more possibilities for breaking things in reverse, meaning, okay, now all of a sudden we didn't take into consideration XYZ plate, and this character is way stronger than we anticipated. So that's always a possibility too. So from like a development standpoint, I think it's a lot of work that they don't necessarily need to do. So I don't think it's a given that we get that or that we get 7 star necessarily. Do I think it's possible on both counts? Yes, absolutely. Um, what else? I do think, in short, I think basically soon is sort of in the eye of the beholder, right? Like, what's soon to you? To me, soon is like a month or two away. And so my personal opinion is no, it's not soon. If it's you're thinking a month or two away. Typically, for well, I've been paying attention. I don't know what it was like way back in the day, but typically in recent past, we're basically seeing a rollout once a year in the summer. So I would say it's probably likely that we're going to see a change if we see one, and say soon, late spring, early summer. That's when I would probably be like, okay, I wouldn't be surprised to see whatever's next soon, whether that's 7 star, whether it's bronze, or whether it's diamond. platinum, whatever, you know, whether it's filling stars in, who knows. So yeah, in short, I don't think there's any reason to panic now that 7 stars coming um, January 1st, you know what I mean? Generally the way it works is we hit October, and then we go into this sort of like Black Friday, and then it's Christmas, and there's Christmas, the Christmas event with like Santa Hogan, and then January's Hall of Fame, and then February is anniversary month, and then it's like Royal Rumble, build to WrestleMania, right? So it's like all of this stuff is generally always the same. You have this big huge plan, and then it's like spring outbreak, and then after that usually is when we start seeing the new stuff happen. There's like we start getting into summer. I think they like to do that to catch people's attention because people go outside more in the summer and touch grass. I know it's crazy, but they do that kind of thing. Whereas like in the winter they're more inside, so I think they try and do something more along those fancy schmancy lines to get our attention and be like, oh yeah, you know, something's new here, log in and play. um anyway, that's just my thoughts. Just a different kind of video. I don't think there's any reason to panic that because XYZ character hits so hard, um 7 stars is coming soon or whatever's next. So let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely interested to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Is this video even interesting to you? Like more like an opinion piece sort of thing? Yeah, let me know what you think. And remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Yeah, not to me, no 7 stars soon. Also, how about that hustle, loyalty, respect, Cena? Yeet.